Hi, I'm Bob with Wolfe Ridge. Today I want to take you guys on a tour of the 35 SHO box wedge machine. A lot of standard features on this machine. This does have the hydraulic powered log lift on it. It's actually an extended log lift compared to the other models. The SHO gets a little bit longer log lift. You get a aluminum sorting table here, and the sorting table extension shown here, that is an option. It's a very nice option to have, especially with the box wedge machine, because box wedge makes a little bit more kindling and chaff, and you got the opportunity to sort it out here. Being the box wedge machine, this has the returner arm standard and the standard box wedge in here. Get a close-up of that for you. Now the box wedge is standard. This machine also comes with a two-way wedge and a four-way wedge. And those wedges would bolt on for height adjustment, the two-way or the four-way. You can get the optional six-way wedge, or you can get the optional 12-way wicked wedge as well, but the height adjustment on those is bolted. The 35 SHO comes with a Honda GX 630 20 horsepower V-twin engine with electric start as standard. It has a 28 gallon per minute pump. It has a 28 gallon aluminum TIG welded hydraulic tank reservoir. Also standard is a hydraulic cooler with a 12 volt fan with a thermostat on it, so it'll automatically kick the fan on when it needs to. Up here you have the Prince auto cycle valves. On the box wedge, it works very similar to the auto cycle valves on the other machines. You basically just hit both of these forward, and as the splitter does its work, basically this one will pop out once it hits close to the wedge, and when the returner goes all the way home, it'll bottom out again and it'll trip that one out. And then over here, we've got control of the log lift and hydraulic pressure gauge. You can see the marine style fuel tank down here. It's a 6 gallon gasoline fuel tank. The 35 SHO has two outrigger jacks on it. You can see the one here, and you can see the other one up front here. Important to note that the 35 SHO comes with a swivel away tongue drawbar, which is really nice because you don't need as much storage space or as much space in your working position. If you'd like, you can pull this pin and you can swivel the whole tongue away. Now you can see this machine was getting the option for the 12-way wicked wedge, so basically we have the two-way wedge sitting on the tongue here, and then the four-way is sitting on top of that, and then the wicked 12-way is sitting on top of that. And here you can see the bolt and nut for that height adjustment. This also does have the optional light tower on it. That is not standard equipment, but it is an option. And there is a switch for it right here. So we can turn that on. And then we got lights. Turn that back off. The SHO also includes suspended highway axle, so you can tow this at speeds up to 80 miles per hour. On the hydraulic tank here, you can see the sight glass for temperature and level. The SHO machines also have the heavy-duty welded-on fenders. You can see the owner's manual down in the tube there. And I know that some people have utilized this space here for either an extra fuel tank or a toolbox or something like that, so that's something to keep in mind, as long as it's not going to interfere with the pusher. Now, height adjustment on the box wedge, there is none. So it is a fixed height box wedge system. And you can see how it is pinned in down here. There is a pin there and a pin on the other side. So if you want to change it, you pull that pin and you can pull this wedge system out, and then you can drop in the standard two-way system. Right now I've got this staged in the yard so that we can just basically make firewood right into this IBC tote. It's kind of convenient the way that that sorting table extension kind of makes it so it'll go right in here. You can see the tail lights under here too. Kind of hidden by the log lift right now, but this has got LED tail lights on it. That's an option. Now it's time to fire it up. Just like the other machines, I would say to make sure that your splitting levers are not engaged. Make sure that they're floating like that. They could have gotten bumped or something like that, but you don't want a split cycle to start when you're starting the engine. So hit those back, and then we'll come over to the engine. This one we will pull the choke on, go minimum just maybe a third of the throttle, turn it on, crank it till it starts. Take the choke off. Then we can let it warm up for a little bit here. The colder the weather is outside, the longer you'll have to leave the choke on, or half choke, something like that. So you'll have to pay attention to that as you start it and get it running. All right, I let the machine warm up for a little bit here, so now I'm gonna go full throttle, and I'm gonna start making some firewood with this box wedge. gonna let this machine idle for a little bit just to cool down. Then I'll shut it off, and I wanna talk to you guys about the output of this machine. Those rounds that I brought to this machine weren't really perfect rounds. I did try to find straighter ones because I know that straighter cuts and straighter logs in general behave a lot nicer with the box wedge. So I want to show you up close here. These are just some of the pieces I grabbed out of the IBC tote. Now you can see that there is some kindling and some chaff in there, but some customers like that stuff as long as you can give them, you know, some pieces of this and then give them a few pieces of kindling so they can start the fire easily. The box wedge is definitely for making bundle wood, campfire wood, or stuff that homeowners would like to have in their fireplace, things like that, because it is smaller, more controlled, more uniform pieces, easier to stack, easier to handle, and I just think that a box wedge machine makes spectacular firewood. Now every market is different, so you could put the two-way knife on here or the four-way knife for those same rounds. Somebody might want those sizes then for a wood boiler, but for the campfire wood, the bundles, I think this is perfect. And I brought the tape measure out here too, so I could show you guys what we're looking at here. So this is 3 3/4 and 3 1/2. Look at this one here, 3 5/8. Trying not to shake the camera too much here, 3 1/2. So you can see that a lot of the stuff is like 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and then there's going to be smaller pieces as well. When you rotate the logs up in the splitter here, you know, you have to pay attention to where the rounded parts of the logs are, where the pointed parts are. Make sure you're not putting the pointed part or the round part way down in here, because then you're going to bottom out against the box wedge here. So it takes some time to get used to the positioning of the logs, but if you're smart about it, you can get through a lot of stuff with this box wedge and make some nice looking firewood. All right, that's going to wrap up the overview and the test run of this 35 SHO box wedge machine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed running it, and I really enjoy this firewood output. This is perfect for the stuff that I want at home, both for in my wood stove in the house and for campfire stuff. I think if that's your target audience, this could be the machine for you. If you'd like more information on any of our products, please check out our website, www.wolferidgemfg.com, or give us a call or an email. I'll put that contact information in the end of this video and in the description as well. Thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please do that. Give that thumbs up button. Let us know in the comments what you think of this video, and also what you want to see next. If you want to see a specific model, a specific stroke, or any of that type of stuff, let us know. I'll do my best to make a video for you.